Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
People really don't know what their expenses will be because they don't know how long that they're going to live.
Americans are worried they won't have enough saved for retirement now more than ever.
Retirement is going to cost for many folks over $1 million.
Is no sure thing in investing, but a lot of people think that annuities may come close to that.
It's going to more safe things that they know. If they know they're going to need that money to supplement their retirement, well, then you can't play that risk.
This is the Safe Money and Retirement Show with Jon Heischman Sr., founder and partner of Heischman Financial Services, serving the Columbus and surrounding areas. Jon specializes in educating pre-retirees and retirees about safe money strategies and ideas. Now, it's the Safe Money and Retirement Show. Here's Jon Heischman Sr.
Good morning and welcome to the Safe Money and Retirement Show. I'm your host, Jon Heischman. Write down this number so you can call after the show with your questions. How can I help you, and what additional information would you like to receive from the material that I present to you on my show? 888-426-0177. Again, 888-426-0177. Also visit our website, HeischmanFS.com. That is spelled HeischmanFS, which stands for Heischman Financial Services.com. Income planning. We all have heard a lot about that from commercials, radio shows, television, and a lot of the feedback that I get from radio listeners and referrals is that it is complicated. So many people, when they hear an income plan, a written income plan, it's a 15-page booklet or computerized generated plan in a binder that is extremely complicated. And I'm sure some are, but from my perspective, does it really have to be that complicated? So I picked this topic to discuss for the first part of my show this morning, to possibly relieve your mind that a retirement income plan does not have to be as complicated as so many people think it is. And I think everybody knows that there is no one size that fits all retirement plans. Everybody is different. It depends on what your plans are during retirement. You may want to travel. Your neighbor may want to stay at home and garden and read. Likewise, there is no one size fits all retirement plan. Finding the right mix for you and you only, it's going to depend on several factors, which is going to include your savings, expenses, health, family, and values. The good news is whatever your situation is, it can be improved by being ready in retirement, a plan that fits your lifestyle. So I like to break this down. And again, I like to keep things as simple as possible, get right to the point, and do the job which is in the client's best interest. So I'm going to break this down into what I believe is 3 essential building blocks for retirement income plans. Combining them can provide a combination of growth potential, guaranteed income, and the flexibility to adjust as your needs change. Because there is a really good chance during retirement, life is going to throw you a curveball. So a solid retirement income plan, regardless of how long or how many pages your plan includes, should provide 3 essential areas. I want to make sure you have guarantees to ensure core expenses that will be covered. Number 2, I want to make sure you have growth potential to meet long-term needs and legacy goals. And number 3, we must make sure you have the flexibility to refine your plan as needed over time, make adjustments, and have a plan to cover the curveballs. I feel it's very important to use guaranteed income sources to help pay for those essential expenses. When we create your plan, first and foremost, we'll want to make sure your day-to-day expenses, non-negotiable costs such as housing, food, utilities, taxes, healthcare, are going to be covered by the different sources available to provide guaranteed income, regardless of interest rates, regardless of market conditions. Many people question, what are guaranteed sources of income? First, Social Security. And most of you know this is a fundamental source of income for most people. When you decide to take Social Security, it will probably have a big impact on your retirement. It can be tempting to claim your benefit as soon as you're eligible for Social Security, which is age 62, rather than waiting to your full retirement age or age 70. Another source of guaranteed income is pensions. Today, if you have a pension plan, you're very fortunate because over the past years, we've seen pension plans disappear and retirement plans have shifted to 401ks. Pension plans have been a losing planning tool because of several different factors, which I won't go into detail. But as I mentioned, they are disappearing and you may or may not have a pension. And if you do, you're fortunate. The third source of guaranteed income would be income annuities. And basically there are 3 types. You could get an immediate income annuity or a deferred income annuity, and annuities with a guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefit, which I have seen captured the retirement income planning strategy over the past years. Each type of annuity will allow you to purchase a contract with an insurance company where you have the guarantees, where you're going to be paid an income guaranteed for the rest of your life. What we have seen over the past, let's say 10 years, 90% of retirees will have some form of an annuity in retirement or prior to retirement for the purpose of establishing a guaranteed source of income. When you purchase an annuity with the guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefit. Your future income amount can increase on each anniversary for a set period of time or until your first lifetime withdrawal begins, whichever comes first. Some annuities with this guaranteed option, they're going to be based on a fixed rate, while others may allow growth by an underlying investment option similar to a mutual fund. Either way, you're guaranteed a minimum income stream that's going to pay you or you and a spouse for the rest of your life. While each of these three types can offer an attractive blend or features, it's very important to know which annuity contract is best for you. There is no cookie cutter or one best option. And again, it's based on your situation. So we design the annuity that will work in your best interest, provide you the guaranteed income throughout retirement. Many of you listening to my show will have some form of an annuity set up for income or potential income and or growth, which not only guarantees you a future income, but protects your money against market conditions. It's your safe money and your preservation portion of your retirement plan. After the break, I'm going to continue with this same topic and discuss number 2 and 3, growth potential to meet long-term needs and flexibility to refine your income plan over time. My number is 888-426-0177, 888-426-0177. And I have an excellent 8-page brochure entitled Income Planning with Annuities. It's an unbiased article. It does not promote any company and is available upon your request. I'm not going to charge you or hold you to any obligation. I'm just going to send it out to you, but you must request it. Highly recommend it. 888-426-0177. I'll be right back after the break. This is Jon Heischman, your host with the Safe Money and Retirement Show. I have listeners who call in each week that want to sit down and just talk about some of the things that I discussed on the show. There is no obligation, of course, there's no cost, and absolutely no pressure. Nothing is sold. It's just a discussion. I welcome that opportunity and encourage you to contact my office in the event you would like to discuss any topic, whether I talked about it on the show or not. Answer your questions and concerns. 888-426-0177. It's your retirement, and regardless the size of your accounts, that's your money, and it's got to last a lifetime. Welcome back to the Safe Money and Retirement Show. This is Jon Heischman. The first part of the show, I started my conversation on basic concepts of a retirement income plan. I talked about the importance of guaranteed sources of income, Social Security, pensions, and using the annuity concept to generate a guaranteed lifetime income source. The second part is to seek growth potential to meet your long-term needs. As we build your income plan, it's important to include some investments with growth potential that may help keep up with inflation over the years. You'll want to consider how you can pay for these fun things that you've always dreamed about when you finally have the time. Things like vacations, hobbies, and other nice-to-haves. It's a smart strategy to pay for these kind of expenses from your investments. That's because if the market were to perform poorly, you could always cut back on some of these expenses and not.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Interrupt your income plan. That's already been established in part 1. So it's going to be important to consider a mix of stocks, bonds, and cash that takes into account your time horizon, financial situation, and of course, risk tolerance for market shifts. An overly conservative strategy can result in missing out on the long-term growth potential of stocks, while an overly aggressive strategy can mean taking on undue risk during volatile markets. Creating and managing your investments in retirement requires some effort, along with the discipline to stay on the plan, even during volatile markets. Very important to research investment options. Help to choose the ones that match your goals. You also need to monitor your investments, rebalance the mix of stocks, bonds, and cash when needed. And don't forget, it's also very important to manage taxes on those investments. And speaking of investments, I think Heischman Financial Services is very unique in the fact that we are independent advisors. My son is the investment expert, a stockbroker, and has been doing wealth management for the past 20 years. Most of our clients will have a mix of investments and annuities. We work together in creating the retirement plan that I'm referring to. So a managed account can help determine what investments are best for you based on your risk tolerance, time horizon, and additional income that may be needed in the future from investments. You can also reach my son, and his name is John as well, at the same number, 888-426-0177 that I give throughout the show. Again, 888-426-0177. Another thing to consider that might apply to you is an employer stock plan. Many times, this is also a helpful source to fund your retirement. But we do have to be careful, and we don't want to forget these investments often trigger an income tax event, which can affect Social Security payments and other aspects of your retirement plan. This takes me to the third part, which is flexibility. Be flexible and refine your income plan over time. I want to make sure your plan can adapt to life's inevitable curveballs. 5 years into your retirement, you might receive an inheritance, have your parents move in, or experience another significant life event. When these things happen, you need a plan that gives you the ability to make adjustments along the way. That's why it's important to combine income from multiple sources to create a diversified stream of income during retirement. Complementary income sources can help to reduce the effects of some important key risks, such as inflation and market volatility. Let me give you an example. Taking withdrawals from your investment portfolio is going to give you the flexibility to change the amount you withdraw each month, but does not guarantee income for life. On the other hand, income annuities provide guaranteed income for life, but they may not offer much flexibility or the income potential that we see from investment accounts. And once again, that's why we need a mixture of both. So here's the tip. When we talk about flexibility, it may also be important when you begin to take those required minimum distributions once you reach age 73, starting in 2023. In 2033, that's going to go to age 75. So we have to plan for that. If you're planning to spend your RMDs to cover your ongoing retirement expenses, you need to work with us to determine tax-efficient ways to take those distribution withdrawals year after year. Very important. Preservation plays a big role on the overall retirement plan. It's important to preserve some principal for use in an emergency, or if it's not needed, it's additional money that could be used for your legacy. But keep in mind, investments that aim to preserve your principal, such as money market funds, CDs, or treasury bonds, come with a different sort of risk. These investments generally offer relatively low yields, and your principal might not be large enough to generate enough income from the interest or dividends to fund your desired retirement lifestyle. Plus, if you invest too conservative, your savings may not grow enough to keep up with inflation. But typically, once we establish that guaranteed floor of income, and you know that is going to come in regardless of any situation, we can get a little bit more aggressive with the investment dollars. Let's take a look and make sure you understand the trade-offs as we build your income strategy. Everyone's situation is unique. There's no one income strategy that will work for all investors. Very important to remember that. You need to determine the relative importance of growth potential guarantees or flexibility to keep you on that strategy that is right for you. For instance, more growth potential can mean less guaranteed income. With more guarantees, you possibly could get less growth potential and less flexibility. But if we follow these steps I'm outlining, we have covered these situations. And also, too, I don't want to forget, it's important to know your family's history regarding longevity, and do you plan on leaving a legacy to your heirs? Let me review a couple of steps that I help my clients with in a diversified income plan. 1, identify personal and financial goals. 2, design the retirement plan that will determine if you have enough to last throughout your retirement. 3, figure out when to take Social Security. 4, implement your plan with appropriate mix of income-producing investments to balance your financial needs, goals, risk tolerance, and investment priorities in retirement. And 5, set up regular reviews, which we need to do each year to make sure the plan is on track and is meeting your lifestyle and income needs. So I've tried to simplify that income plan that everybody's hearing about to give basics, make it simple, and continue to monitor the plan because chances are it's going to have to change sometime during retirement. I think by following these steps, you're able to change without pain or sacrificing your lifestyle. And I am here to help in any way I can. So I'd like to hear from you, your questions, your thoughts about your plan. 888-426-0177. That number once again, 888-426-0177. Thanks for joining me this morning. And be sure to tune in next week for another edition of the Safe Money and Retirement Show.
The Safe Money and Retirement Show with Jon Heischman Sr. To get in touch with Jon, call 1-888-426-0177. That's 1-888-426-0177. For more information about Heischman Financial Services, visit their website, HeischmanFS.com. That's HeischmanFS.com. Join us again next time for the Safe Money and Retirement Show with Jon Heischman Sr.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.